The Ugly Duckling. One late spring, a mother duck found a big grey egg near her nest. She knew it would not hatch if it weren't kept warm, so she gently nudged it into her nest alongside her own 4 eggs. Then the mother duck snuggled down on the eggs and waited. The next morning she awoke to a strange sound. Crack, crack, crack. "My babies have hatched," the mother duck shouted. When the mother duck got up to look at the babies, she was stunned. There in her nest were 4 adorable, fluffy, yellow ducklings. And 1 very ugly duckling. Now the mother duck loved all of her babies, even the ugly duckling. But the fluffy yellow ducklings were not so kind. They constantly taunted and teased their ugly brother. The teasing was far too much for the ugly duckling to take, so one day he ran away. When the mother duck wasn't looking, he waddled into the tall grass, and then he just kept on waddling. He waddled and waddled until he came to a small pond. Alone at last, the ugly duckling sighed as he shook his feathers. "Now I'll never have to listen to anyone call me ugly again." But just then he heard a voice call out, "Hey Mom, look at that goofy duck." The ugly duckling jumped into the pond with a splash and tried to swim away. But a big net came down over him. The next moment, the ugly duckling was staring into the face of a little boy. The little boy's mother came running towards them. "You good boy," she shouted. "We'll take this duck back to our farm." When the little boy and his mother returned to the farm, they put the duckling in a pen. The other farm animals came out to greet the new arrival. "My, you're ugly," the cat remarked. "It's a good thing you can lay eggs." "I can't lay eggs," the ugly duckling answered. "You can't lay eggs?" the farm dog barked as he approached the pen. "Don't tell the farmer's wife." "Yeah," crowed the rooster. "You're so ugly that she won't let you stay if you can't lay eggs." The ugly duckling hung his head and began to cry. The farm animals tried to comfort him, but it was no use. "Maybe we could teach you to lay eggs," the cat suggested. "No," the ugly duckling sobbed. "I can't lay eggs." The dog said. "Can you do anything special?" "I'm a good swimmer," the ugly duckling smiled, and then he shook his feathers and plunged into a trough of water with a splash. The ugly duckling swam back and forth with long, beautiful movements. "You truly are a great swimmer," the rooster sighed. "But you're so ugly, I don't know if the farmer's wife would want to watch you swim." "You're right," the ugly duckling sobbed, and with that he ducked under the railings of the pen and waddled out into the big wide world. Goodbye, good luck, the cat, the dog, and the rooster called. When the ugly duckling reached the quiet brook, he knew he had found his home. He ruffled his feathers and hopped into the water with a splash. All spring and summer, he swam in the brook's cool water and watched the different birds fly overhead. His favourite birds were the swans. He loved them with all his heart. As he watched these milky white creatures in the sky, he dreamed of being just like them. When the winter came, the ugly duckling passed the days away practicing flying. By the time spring came, he was very swift on his wings. One day he was flying over a pond when he spotted 3 beautiful swans. "I must get a better look," the ugly duckling said, "but I must make sure the swans don't see me, for they will be frightened by my looks." But as the ugly duckling landed on the water, he was amazed by his reflection. He wasn't ugly anymore. Over the winter, he had grown into a beautiful swan. When the other swans saw him, they quickly swam over to welcome him. "You're the most beautiful swan we've ever seen," they said. The ugly duckling heart was filled with happiness. He knew his days of being teased were over, and he would live in peace at last. The end.